Now, one other enigma that is just, it's killing me right now, guys, is that actually Rapunzel should be on like day 153, 54, and she has no udder. She's not showing any signs of being ready to go into a kidding stall. And I'm embarrassed to say this, but she's open. She's not been in heat. I bounced her the other day. I have ultrasounded her and I could have sworn that I saw babies in there, unless she quietly miscarried that I was not aware of. She had no discharge. We do ears and rears every day as they leave the holding pens, and she's never had anything. You guys can see she has a sanitary cut and everything. There's no udder development there. She looks large and in charge, but she tends to be a wider, bigger doe anyways. And I'm a little stumped. So I'm going to pull her in here in a minute to ultrasound her. Okay, after much running, we caught the heifer. I've got everything ready. I'm going to lube and I'm going to see if I can see anything. She never cycled after I bred her. She didn't cycle at all. She acted as though she was pregnant. She's big and fat and chunky like she's pregnant. If I put my hand up under here, if she were even 3 months into gestation, I should be able to feel something. And there's just, because she's a big fat girl, there's nothing in there. I would be able to feel a hard rock. I'm sorry, I know, but that's, you know that's bouncing. No, I'm not talking, I'm not singing all of your praises. You're beautiful, you're wonderful, you have good kids. It's just, I needed you to be pregnant. So I'm stressed. I'm stressed because now that means if I breed her, like say if she goes into heat tomorrow, I'll breed her. I'll put her in with a buck. But that also means August kids at this point, and I don't really want August kids. I don't really want August kids. Okay. I am totally stumped. This morning I've come out to a dead kid, and Rapunzel actually was pregnant. Like, I just ultrasounded her. She had nothing in there. I bounced her, nothing. And she is like guys, she's way late. She's like a week over. I mean, he doesn't look, and it was a buck, but like he doesn't smell bad. I'm so confused because she didn't, I thought I looked at her yesterday and was like, it looks like she might have an udder. So I guess I'm going to start pulling her into milk tonight. Oh, I'm so upset. Oh, Rapunzel, I'm sorry. I did not see anything in the ultrasound, but I swore I saw something before, but then she waited so long and I bounced her and I couldn't feel anything. She had no udder development. I don't know. I'm just really, I don't know. Like, he's still a little wet. It's like she tried to clean him a little bit, but I mean, he's gone. He was laying right there in front of the floor. Oh, this is something terrible to come into. Rapunzel. Now see, this is really hard too, because now I don't know what the cause was. I don't know if it was stillborn prior and that's why she waited so long. He doesn't smell bad. She's not acting off. I can just tell, like, she pulled up a great big deal here, and I wouldn't even know it was Rapunzel, but she looks skinnier this morning, like way skinnier. I'm looking around, I'm trying to make sure there's not a second one somewhere, because I have a hard time believing, and she does have udder development now. She'll ever sit still for you. Now she's got an udder. See, she's got a little bit of an udder on her, where she didn't earlier. So she bagged like in the afternoon, and I ultrasounded her not 2 days ago, and she was empty. Like, I could not see anything moving. There was no, like, I didn't see bones, nothing. So and the fact that I didn't see anything moving, maybe that's my answer. Maybe it was stillborn, and but I should have been able to see something, and I picked her up and I bounced her, guys. She was empty. She is a big doe, though. She is a wide doe, so I will just start milking her twice a day now, I guess. I'm trying to look around to make sure I don't have anything I'm missing. I shouldn't have another kid. I'm so upset. Well, we started integrating back in. Dreamer is so concerned about a little baby. She's such a good mom. And then Pinky, you can tell, is a veteran mom because she is just fine chilling out here and letting her babies play back there. You just know they're gonna be okay. Is that what it is? You just know they're gonna be all right. So we have some pretty bad storms coming in today, and I decided I was gonna try to see if I could integrate some of these babies on the field with Mr. Rex and just watch. But we're gonna get some pretty bad storms. It says we're slated for some really intense storms this afternoon. So I just decided that I'm gonna take my last week borns with this week borns, and I'm just gonna let them get used to one another. I'm gonna let the mommies get used to having babies around them. Now I have to watch pretty carefully because I have had instances when I do this that some moms get confused and you have babies that are trying to steal off of other moms because they're confused too. And actually Pinky one year rejected a buckling because I put them in, walked away for a little bit, and it's like, I am pretty sure that the other kids started trying to nurse her and she just was like, okay, I hate all of you except for one kid. So I ended up having to bottle feed that kid, which wasn't a big deal. I was getting enough milk, but it just meant a little extra work for me. But this kind of helps them to get acclimated to having lots of other babies around, lots of other moms. I feel like it intensifies the babies being able to hear mom's call and the mom to hear them and find them in a crowd. Because our youngest were born Monday morning and it's Thursday afternoon right now. Well, Thursday like around lunch, we're not quite in the afternoon. But that's given them 3 days to kind of really bond, have time to just hear mom, to just smell mom to just smell her kids and to hear them and to react to them. They got to go out on the field yesterday with the rest of the herd, so we're slowly starting to acclimate them to life with the herd, being able to find babies being able to find mom, and the last ingredient is Rex. And I am so scared. I'm so scared just because he's a big puppy. He's 10 months old. Yeah, he's 10 months old tomorrow, which is so deceptive because Rex and Dexter are just, they're huge. They're really huge. I'm really struggling with this just from a training perspective of being like, you're a 10-month-old puppy. You don't know everything you need to know yet. You're nowhere near mature. So my trust is somewhere there in the middle. I know they have really good days where they could do just wonderful things, and they have days where they're puppies. And I'm not going to get them fixed until they're about 18 months old. So I got another 10, 18 months. I got to do some math here. I got another 8 months. So maybe in November, which is good, flies and stuff will be down. And we'll be in breeding. We should really, well, we might have some kids on the ground then too. Just telling on myself there a little bit. But this is a good thing for these moms and these babies. It's a good thing for me. It gets them ready to go out on the field and all around. And Rex had a milestone last night. I left him with access to the big girls. He had access all night to go in and sleep with them and to kind of interact with them. And we checked throughout the night and he did a great job. Dexter's been doing this for a while now with the bucks because the bucks are bigger and they don't take as much nonsense. So Dexter's actually been in 24/7 with them. I have had a training collar on him. I've made sure to watch him and to correct him as needed. But Rex hit a milestone yesterday, getting to stay in with his girls all night long. And actually, Dexter barks a lot at night, and last night he didn't. I think it's because Rex was so focused on being in with his ladies that he didn't really do anything. See, this is good because moms are going through and doing kind of like a head count and talking and seeing their babies. Babies. Oh, they start getting these zoomies. And it's good for the babies too. They've been in a small, now our kidding stalls I think are 5x5s. So they're smaller, good for bonding. But sometimes those babies get that pent up energy, and this is just so good to see them get the zoomies and to bounce and to get those muscles responding. I feel like this helps to get them acclimated to being able to run quick, jump. See, we have an escapee. Have you figured it out that you can get out? You're so little. You just gotta go back under. You just gotta go back under. Don't panic. Don't panic. You're okay. You're okay. Okay, don't panic. I don't want you to panic. Here. Don't panic. It's okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. I'm gonna let you go slowly. There you go. See? Don't go under there. Veteran moms were like, whatever, this is fine. And the new moms are like, oh my God, where's my baby? It's just so funny to watch the different levels of experience in goats like that have had their fair share of mothering with the newbies, because the newbies are like hover parents or helicopter parents. And the veterans are just like, they're fine. They're okay. They'll be fine. All right, guys, it's been a long time coming. I can't even believe that I'm doing this right now, because the duck pen and the duck house have been like a 3-year planned project, just because the ducks are never our main focus. But we kind of did a little bit of thinking, even if the ducks don't stay for some reason, if we decide to go away from them, which I don't think that we would, because we enjoy them, we enjoy their eggs, that this could be used for something else. But here the finish. So the house top's on. It's not, I got my linoleum down, so nice little hack. We just went to Menards and we went to their scrap pile for linoleum, and we actually found pretty much the exact measurements, give or take a foot or two in like either direction, which is good because then I can fold it up the sides to keep their mess in and off of that untreated wood that is the studs that create the frame for this thing. And it's a lot cheaper because it's just the remnants, the leftovers of a roll of linoleum that they would not be doing anything else with otherwise. So that's something that we've always done, like in our coops. I actually have it in my milk parlor to make it easier for me to clean up, and then it doesn't cost me much. So if it gets torn up over the years, say I get 5 or 6 years out of it, I mean, I paid like $100 for these remnants, and they're like big 12 by 16 pieces. So even if I only keep it for 5 years, I'm only paying $20 a year for something on the floor to kind of keep it clean, which in the long run, plywood and sealant paint costs a lot more than this does at a time. So we've got that. And then Mark was just out here. He was fine tuning, but you guys can see we have a door on rollers that goes across. Now we do have to put kind of like a little bit of a ramp here because the ducks are not going to want to hop in there at night, like when I want to put them up. But I'm also hoping that the presence of Dexter now being in the pen over here, which he's sitting right there by his little house watching me, will help to keep predators away. Now I know smart predators will be like, hey, that dog is being put up in that pen. He can't really do anything. So what I'm doing right now is I've got the nesting boxes that we use. Super cheap nesting boxes made out of totes that I can pick up and clean when they're not laying. I can take them out and give them all the room. But I'm just getting ready to spread some straw down in here to get ready to start putting them in this area specifically. I think I'm going to take my Premier 1 fencing and just go ahead and put it kind of like off and make this house over here obsolete, so that we start pushing them into here, start feeding them in here, encouraging them to lay their eggs in here. So I'm really excited, guys. I'm excited about this. So basically the building's done. Minus, I think we want to put a face board right up there and to paint it to kind of seal it to keep any rain and weather off of those untreated rafters. But other than that, like, we're pretty much done. Fencing, obviously, and a couple more gates. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but after about 3.5 years, like, the duck pen project is basically over. It's coming to a conclusion. I guess maybe we're gonna incubate cats rather than ducks. What are you doing, Aaron? What are you doing? So the duck coop is complete on the inside with Snuggly Wuggly Kitty. And then we've got our super easy tote nesting boxes over here, just to try to Give the girls a little bit away. I think even like as the sun hits, they'll be tucked away in those corners for privacy. Yeah, what's left now is to start bringing in their feed, put up the fencing, and get them accustomed to staying in here, which they don't even like going in their regular house at night when I try to put them up. So I'm sure this is going to be a rodeo the first night. I probably won't even try really to put the fence up today. Now that I think about it, I might start feeding them in here to get them accustomed to coming in here at night for food. So, and this is a lot bigger than their current house. So this will allow me to keep more ducks. There's always a method to the madness here on the farm. When I ask for a new shelter, it's usually we've outgrown the last one. Not to mention the other one is like from like our first tax return as a couple here on the farm. We went to Lowe's on the lot. They have all those little building kits that they have, and that's what that was. That was one of our first purchases for the farm outside of the barn. The chickens were here far before the goats got here because livestock drug, a gateway drug for livestock. It's coming along though, so we'll see if they start wanting to come in here. We need to build a ramp, but other than that, excuse me, something in the straw. Other than that, we're ready to rock, starting to get them in here. It's just gonna be another new challenge to create a new routine, and new routines stress me out a little bit. Today is clean out day of the barn because we are through our first round of kidding, and I just need to kind of stay on top of it because this is a chore, guys, that when things really starting to roll, if I don't already have a good barn cleaning routine in place, like I'm not going to get to it. I'm going to forget about it. And the reason that barn cleaning is so important when you're running dairy animals, any animal really, is they are about as healthy as you keep your barn clean. They are really susceptible to coming into a dirty barn to lay down and rest. For dairy animals, if this ground is dirty, their udder is on the bottom part of their body. It comes into direct contact with the ground. Not to mention, every teat has an orifice of which milk is expressed. So that is basically an open pathway for bacteria to make its way up and into the udder, which can cause, mastitis. If bacteria makes its way all the way up into the milk, that's why it's really important when you do run dairy animals that you're looking at the milk, you're testing it, you're looking for blood, clumpy milk, heat in the udder, all of the above. And you can also get, what is it called? I can't remember when they get sores on their udder. And it's just basically from it being dirty, which we use hibiclins, like chlorhexidine. It's gonna bother me. I cannot remember what it's called. But it's very contagious too. Like you can get it on your hands. If you touch that udder that has sores or pus or the things that are caused by poor hygienics. I'm gonna put it on the screen right here, guys, because it's gonna drive me nuts. I cannot remember what it's called. But if I were to not be sanitary in the way that I handle my milk from goat to goat, as well as, washing hands, good cleanliness of the udder, I can actually spread it from udder to udder through my hands. So, or inflations, because we use a milking machine, if the inflations come in contact and I don't do a good wipe between, then it goes on the next lady's udder and they can get them too. It's gonna drive me crazy not remembering what it is. You guys ready to meet your new livestock guardian dog, buddy? He's gonna be your best friend. He's gonna learn with you guys. You're gonna be buddies. Interested to see like who's been in here, what's been going on, because my does are still cleaning, which is normal for goats after they've had birth to clean for a couple of weeks, which means they might have fluids that are discharge that's just very interesting smelling for him. So this is really good for him to be exposed to all this, and he's just kind of moving around smelling. He's not too interested in them. He smelled a couple of them, but I'm glad he's not like zeroed in. Right, buddy? He's not zeroed in just yet. So we'll see how he does. When he won't be left in here unsupervised. I'm gonna make him go out. I just want him to see them, kind of get used to the whole idea of like kids are normal in the herd and they're your charges too. Easy. He's a little, the tail's down. He's just watching them. He's not super locked on. He's pretty calm right now, which is good. Which is good. And we'll see how that goes in open ground when they get the zoomies. But this is good for him just to kind of get acclimated to them and come up. He's being really gentle and easy. He knows they're little. Easy, easy, good boy, easy. Here, little baby. This one just, she seemed a little cold this morning, so she got herself on a little sweater and helping her to stay nice and warm. Easy. Hey, hey, easy. Easy. Good boy. You sit. Can you sit for me? You sit down. Sometimes when he gets just a little bit too locked in like this, the tail's up, I'll just make him sit so that he knows he needs to sit down. Sit down. Hey, buddy, sit. Sit down. Sit down. Good sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Nice and calm. Nice and calm around him. Good boy. You're doing good. How do you think about him, huh? Good boy. Hey, easy. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Sit down. Can you sit? Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Good boy. Stay. Easy. No. Easy. Good boy. Good boy. Easy, easy. He really wants his sweater off of her. Good boy. Oh, Lord. You're doing pretty good. You want to go out now? Hey, this is going to make it. Hey, quit. Stop being naughty. He's interested. Hey, 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 hey. Easy. Easy. Hey, easy. Sit down. Right now he's doing pretty good. Ah. See, I don't know if he's wanting to go out or if he's done in here and he wants to go with his girls. You want to go out, buddy? You want to go out? Here, bud. Let me. Here, bud. Go on. Go on out. Go on. Go on. Go out. Time to go back out. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. No, Sonny. You did good, buddy. Good.